Good evening, friends, and welcome back to historic Fleming Stadium for tonight's Coastal Plain League matchup that pits your Wilson Tops against the visiting High Point Thomasville High Top. We welcome you here to broadcast level. I'm Steve Granado. Thanks so much for tuning in here tonight on Tobbs TV, CPLBaseball.tv, and Greenlight TV. Well, the High Toms and Tobbs met last night on the road, and Wilson came away with a squeaker of a victory, 2-1 final. Didn't take a lot of offense last night, but the bullpen and arms locked it down for the Tobbs, chalking up 11 strikeouts in last night's game. The two will meet here again tonight. It'll be the first trip for the High Toms since 2016. And the last time the High Toms were here, it was another close ball game, but in their favor, a 4-3 final. This is the Tobbs pregame show. We still got plenty more coming your way, including a pregame interview, a look at your starting lineups, and more. That's coming up next here on Tobbs TV. With the Pilots, seeing them 7 times in 10 days or so, it seemed like the matchup started getting tougher and tougher for both sides, especially batting-wise. Did you notice that some of the pitchers were learning how to pitch you a little bit better throughout that series? Not just to get back on the field in general, but to get up back on this field. You haven't pitched here since 2018. Only a couple outings back in that 2018 season, but to return to Fleming Stadium, I mean, anything extra special to you last night? Do you think that the white teammates would see it the same way? Like, do you think there's ever been a time where a white player would be not necessarily, but I mean, I guess behind your back, or might be saying something, or I mean, obviously we've all had those teammates where we don't necessarily get along with. Yeah. But has there ever been a time where you think, like I think this dude's saying something behind my back? There was a defining moment for me that when I think of you, what I think of, and it was the home run against Peninsula in the playoff game. That kind of seemed to be the tipping point of maybe outside looking in, the confidence level, the bat flip, the little trot. Is that how you feel about that home run, about that moment, about that playoff season? How do you feel about gaining confidence over the last year? But for you, what is the next step for racial equality in the country, in baseball, everywhere?
This one slapped to right field, diving it out of the reach of Trey Morgan. How fast can Trey Sweeney run? He's heading to second. He's turning the corner. He's heading to third. Here comes the throw. Sweeney in on the slide. They got him. What a relay as they gun Trey Sweeney, trying to stretch it into a triple. And see you later. That'll be strike 3. So that's 6 tonight. That's a new top season high. Got him looking. Strike 3, and that's 7 on the night for a red-hot Mitch Myers. There's a ground ball towards second, could be 2. Takes a candy hop to the chest, back to Sweeney. Relay to first, 2 down. Eichhoff, Sweeney to Dews. And Wilson 1 out away from stunning the Twins in their first matchup of 2020. Runner takes off. The pitch is outside. Sawyer's toss on the money. Tag is there. Got him at second. Perfect throw by Coleman Sawyer for the second out of the inning. Good spot to swing for Eichhoff. And he does. Into left center field. This ball's in the gap. It's going to clear the bases and tie the ball game. Eichhoff to second. It's a 3-run double. As coming in to score is Jones, Peterson, and Frontino. It's 8-all.
Tobbs Baseball is being brought to you by Emerge Ortho, Ferris and Thomas Law Attorneys, Greenlight, and Wilson Medical Center.
Sam Frontino to lead things off here for the home half of inning 6. Frontino trying to kickstart the rally here against Jack Dragum. Pitch is in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. The 0-1 is going to be low and off the plate. 1 ball and 1 strike. Two and 1. Frontino 1 for 2 with a single back in the 4th. One of just 3 Tobbs hits tonight. a little below the knees. Three, 4, and 5 due up here this inning. Tops had a base runner in the 5th on a hit batter with 2 outs. Couldn't bring him home. Rather, with 1 out. Couldn't bring him home. Sanfrontino will draw a leadoff walk. 3rd walk issued by Peninsula Pitching tonight. It's the first one for Dragum.
Coming back down, number 11 from the University of Toledo, Chris Myers.
Nice to get Chris Myers going here. He's kind of had an on-again, off-again kind of year. Went 1 for 3 last night, walked twice. Ended up scoring the winning run on the Ethan English 2-run single. One ball and no strikes here. Myers, a strikeout in the 2nd, walked in the 4th. So with that walk, Chris has now reached base in 16 straight games. It's out of the way. It's 2-0. All of a sudden, Trek Dragum has lost the strike zone. Two and one. Right now, if you're Chris Myers, you're looking for one pitch and one spot here on a 2-1. Looking for exactly what you want. You kind of take it like a 3-1 or a 3-0. 2-1, he grounds it sharply over to first off the glove of Eric Stock. He recovers and solos to the back. So Myers with a very loud ground out to first puts Sanfrontino on second with 1 down.
Now batting number 2, Eastern Illinois, Trey Sweeney.
Trey Sweeney has made some noise with the glove. He doubled and got caught at third trying to stretch it into a triple. He's 1 for 2 tonight. See if he can make a little more noise with a runner at second base. First pitch to Trey will float over the strike zone a little high. 1 ball and no strikes. It's 2-1. You know what I got to do last night that I haven't been able to do in a very long time? I fell asleep while watching baseball. It's been a while. Watching the Angels and A's. Unfortunately, didn't turn out, but luckily I was asleep. Here is a pulled foul ball down the right field line. It's 2-2. Fell asleep after Jason Castro hit his first Angels home run. It's a solo shot to tie it in the 9th, and I was like, cool. Then I fell asleep. I woke up, checked my phone, Angels lost. Walk off in the 10th. Just my luck. But hey, they won today. 1-1, we're going 59-1. Runner at second base, 2-2. Trey to the alleyway. This one's going to clear everybody. On his way to third base and getting the round here is Frontino. It's an RBI double as Sweeney picks his second 2-bagger up of the night. And the Toms are back on the board. It's 3-2.
Coming back now, number 37 from John A. Logan, English.
So Sweeney has his second double, and he's been a 2-bag machine lately. Wilson back on the board for the first time since the third. This one unloaded to the left, but it's going to stay in the yard. Ethan English got it off the end of the bat. Sounded a lot louder than where it actually ended up going. Kyle Battle launched that one into his mitt. That'll be the second out of the inning. English swinging first pitch, kind of poked that one. That was pretty similar to the two-run single he had in the ninth. That's where that pitch was, low and out off the plate, kind of reached out and pokes it. This time he got off the end of the bat and got underneath it. Gunnar Peterson looking for his first hit. Breaking ball doesn't do it. It's 1-0. There's benefits and there's negatives to being a West Coast baseball fan living on the East Coast. Be 1-0 to Gunnar Peterson. A strike. It's 1-1. Positive is, especially given my lovely job that I have here, I usually can catch West Coast ball games because they start at 10. We're usually right about done by then. So I'll flip on the game as I finish up my post-game duties, then watch it when I get home. The negative, I rarely see the end of those games. But like last night, that's a good thing. 1-1, laid on it. Oh, that one just shattered the bird's nest. I think I saw a piece of that wood come flying off, too. Runner at second base with a 1-2 count here on Gunnar Peterson. A couple outs in the air tonight. Hit him. Oof, man, that one got him pretty good, but he spun out of the way. That had some good speed on it. Someone called Caitlin Ohashi, stuck the landing. Brady Garrison, a solo shot that came back in the third. Garrison with the solo jack that came back in the home half of the third, his first Tops home run. That's what got us on the board here tonight. Garrison with a chance to get something done here as well with runners on first and second and 2 outs. Pitch is going to be in there for a strike. Garrison can't do much with that one. It's 0-1. Last time up, however, Brady popped out in the 5th. So he's 1 for 2 tonight. Brady's been the 2 RBI specialist this year. Whenever he drives in a run, he drives in 2. So, well, Brady. 1-1 your count. Someone's 4-game winning streak will end tonight. The 1-1. Brady loops one down the right field line. It's slicing away from everybody, and this ball's foul. I got it. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Ball gets away here from Snedeker, but the catcher scrambles to get there in time. Here's a ground ball weakly towards short. It'll be an easy flip to second base to retire Gunnar Peterson and end the inning. Wilson does get on the board here. An RBI double from Trey Sweeney. He's having a nice night. 3-2 Wilson trails. Toms with the advantage now, 3-1 your score as Wilson takes, well, advantage of an error in left field. That allows 2 runs to come in to score, and it's a 3-1 contest as we send this thing to the top of the third. Nick Massa back out to the hill for Wilson. 38 pitches in the first 2 innings, had 20 plus in the first inning. And he will face off with the top of the order after a 3-batter second. Corbin Lanowitz, the first man up. Then it's Adam Stewart and Kobe Collins. First pitch is off speed on the inside edge, called a strike. Nick with 1 strikeout, 1 walk, 2 hits, and 1 run allowed earned. Massa here with the 1-1. Here's a ground ball on 2 hops, takes off the chest of Eichhoff. He recovers, and the throw will get them there in time as Lanowitz grounds out for 3. That's 2 balls hit pretty hard there by Corbin Lanowitz.
Number 37 from High Point, Adam Stewart.
Adam Stewart, who rolled over himself to second base. This is now officially the longest outing of Massa's Tobbs career. I know, 2 1/3. But no one's pitched more than 3 innings this season. There's a called strike on Adam Stewart. And I got the numbers for you. Through 16 games. That's prior to tonight. No Tobbs starting pitcher has gone more than 3 innings. The Tobbs have pitched, again, entering tonight, 140 innings. That includes the 4 preseason games. Here's a chop ball again towards second. Eichhoff wears it at the chest. And that'll be an easy ground out. Second time Stewart has done that tonight. And there's 2 away. So 140 innings pitched entering tonight by Tobbs pitchers. Only 30 of those innings have been thrown by starters. I mean, that is almost a complete role reversal, where you almost anticipate 5-6 innings out of your starter, and then the remaining 3 or 4 go out of your pen. So no starting pitcher has qualified for a win this season. No starting pitcher has gone the requisite 5. The next offering on its way is going to be lifted to center field. Baker came in, now starts back. He's able to recover as Kobe Collins flies out to end the inning. Well, how about Nick Massa? After allowing a double, a single, and a walk in the first 4 batters face, he ends up retiring the final 8. He is likely done after 3 innings of work here tonight. Great recovery by Nick Massa. Tops lead at 3-1.